Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
A moment of silence? Or one of these? Oh, what is happening, everybody? Welcome to Film Junkee Live. Not quite the Film Junkee Live we thought it was going to be. Holy crap. Hoy, man. Crazy news. Crazy news. I tell you what, man. It was like, really? That's going to happen like 9 minutes before I go live? Holy crap. Why is that the case? How we doing out there, huh? How's everybody doing? Everybody okay? Shocked, I'm sure. Thank you, Dave, for the $2 super chat. Yeah, this ain't it. Yeah, I know you guys have been talking about this stuff, and everything, so I knew this was going to hit this kind of shit. Yeah. There are a lot of people not happy. Yeah, and I'm kind of, we'll talk about that because it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, so... Let's see, Cat. Let's see. Years of waiting patiently for Henry to return. It's optimistic, I know. Jeez, it's pretty crazy. It's going to be interesting to see what happens, Yeah, we got Russ here causing some ruckus in the chat. Not happy with... Yeah, I don't think a lot of people are. That's for damn sure, so... Again, thank you, Dave, for the super chat. Yeah, some people are, it's all like, what? Absolutely. Let the yeah, let it begin, let it continue. It's been, it's absolutely crazy how much, it's not really that. So that's, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So Kevin Conrad, Well, okay. Jacob, I see what you're saying. A little bit different, okay? Show a little respect to the... Oops, not to that. To Kevin Conroy. It's not like, Henry Cavill's still with us, all right? So, choose your words carefully, okay? Please. Just saying. Henry Cavill, right? I know, right? Should we pour some drinks? My God. Oh, man. I tell you what. Not Superman anymore, and hey, let's work on something else in the future other than, that. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting when they talk about that. But, yeah, we'll go over that. But, man, I tell you what, it was just like, what is going on here? We're all just kind of like, hello. But, yeah, I mean, it was just like, all right, we're going to talk about, of course, the crazy Batman stuff that was happening today and everything. And I was like, but then it was like, okay, we must talk about this. So, hey, we're still going to do a normal show here, guys. So, don't worry, we're still going to do a normal show. And we're still going to do the tweets. It's not like there's that many tweets or anything like that. But then we're going to jump right into it when it comes to Cavill and everything like that. So, let's see here. Okay, thank you for the $5 super chat, Rhett. I feel bad for Henry, man, but they want Affleck to direct maybe Batman, and who do you want to see play Batman? My pick is Jensen Ackles. Yeah, not a bad choice. Definitely not a bad choice to play Batman. I mean, he certainly has the look and the voice. We know that he has the voice. So again, thank you for the super chat right there. But yeah, guys, let's just jump right into it. We might as well just jump right into it because it's all craziness right now. And, I mean, first off, too, I wanted to bring to light, of course, moviepalette.com. Hey, get one for Man of Steel or BVS. I don't know if they have Zack Snyder's Justice League yet, but hey, I'm just saying. I was going to, talk about moviepalette.com again. If you use Junkee 15, all one word, you get an extra 15% off, but they're running sales and all this stuff, last minute Christmas gift, all that. So I just thought I would let you guys know that. I thought I'd let you guys know that for sure. So, and then it's sad too, because we're going to start off the tweets with this. We got Henry Cavill. He showed up. He was at the premiere yesterday for Avatar Way of the Water. So there he is right there. Oh, man. I mean, it was kind of funny because I was discussing with somebody that, oh, yeah, Henry Cavill's in town, so maybe he's having some kind of meeting or something like that. Turns out, yes, he was. So there's the man right there, looking sharp in blue. Are we going to see him in a different blue again? I don't know. I know some people were commenting about the size of his suit, and it should have been a little bit more, not so baggy, but I'm like, I think he looks pretty sharp. But man, I tell you what, it's just like, hello, there he is. He's fine. But yeah, craziness right there. We got a first poster for Ari Aster's new, Beau is Afraid, starring Joaquin Phoenix, which is going to be interesting. It's an interesting poster right there. Interesting. Looking forward to it, of course. We got some art right here for Batman from DWAM. Am's art right there. I like it. This guy. And then, of course, we had the new Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse trailer that came out yesterday, which I really enjoyed and very hyped for it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that too. I don't know if you guys... I know, it's hard to go over the tweets now because everybody is thinking about all the stuff. But don't worry, guys. We'll get to it. Just hang with me here. Just don't worry. I got plenty to say about it. But, just trying to keep the show format going on right now. And then, we'll keep going. We'll try to get through as much as possible. John Krasinski, speaking of, it's not like John Krasinski, was playing Reed Richards as long as Henry Cavill did, but apparently this ain't happening either. John Krasinski says unlikely he'll return as Mr. Fantastic, but then you never know. He says right here, there aren't any discussions at all. Being turned into spaghetti wasn't my end goal in life as far as how it goes in the Marvel Universe, but what it was fun nonetheless. So there you go. And another $5 super chat from Alex. Thank you, sir. Does WB hate the fan base more of the studio ignoring the fans. Zack not returning was a gut punch, but this feels different. I think, like again, we'll be talking about it. Don't worry. But thank you for the $5 super chat. I don't think a company would ever hate their fan base, but there's certainly, again, you have to mainly blame the old regime. Just saying. So, all right, let's keep on going here. We'll kind of go through this and everything. And hey, at least we can have a little bit of light. Can we have a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, a little bit slightly when it comes to Alita? We've talked about this before. So here's, if we're talking about an Alita sequel.
You mentioned Alita. I do have to ask. I was going to save this for the end, but you think you'll ever go back to the world of Alita?
I hope we will. Robert and I had a conversation about it 2 weeks ago.
So there's that.
We're very excited about that prospect. Alita is a movie that even now, having recently rewatched it, we're really proud of that movie, and we think that there are more stories to tell with her character, and that's why we want to go back to it.
Interesting. Well, I hope so. I know there's a huge army of fans for that one.
I know. I love Alita Army. Yeah. Way to go. Keep it up. Can I tell you a funny story? I went back to Los Angeles. I've been in New Zealand for quite some time.
At least we have this.
And I went back to Los Angeles
for the Alita
over
fans out there.
And the day I was there, the first day back, I opened the Los Angeles Times, and there's an ad from the Alita Army in color. And I was like, there you go. Thank you. Keep it up.
They're fighting the good fight for you. I love it. You mentioned Alita. I do have to ask. I was going to save this for the end.
Some light at the end of the tunnel when it comes to at least the Alita sequel that people are wanting. At least there's a positivity right there. So, hey, take it as that. Hopefully something happens. And apparently, too, there was a thing on Variety as well. I don't have the video up right now, but if you look it up, there's actually Robert Rodriguez and James Cameron talking about that, but basically saying, yes, we are going to make this sequel. And if Avatar 2 makes $1 kajillion, you could better believe that James Cameron's going to have that pull to make that sequel. So that's good. And Jacob said, let me phrase differently. I have Justice Unlimited, Man of Steel, BBS, and that's all I need. Otherwise, I don't care about the DCU anymore. Okay, there you go. And hopefully you guys don't care about TikTok anymore. Again, you guys should all delete it. It's really not that great. But U.S. lawmakers unveil a bipartisan bid to ban China's TikTok. I think America's going to try to create their own TikTok. So, yeah, that's what's happening. All right, and then we got John Cena and Jason Momoa. They're going to be teaming up in a rowdy action comedy called Killer Vacation. I don't think this is what Jason Momoa was getting super excited about. Who knows? But it is Warner Brothers. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think it is. But hey, you just never know. Norman Reedus has been cast alongside Ana de Armas and Keanu Reeves in the John Wick spinoff Ballerina. So we got that. Oh, man. Going through the tweets. Jeez. Aaron Bailey, of course, posted that right there. Henry Cavill on the press tour for Man of Steel sequel in 2038. Jeez. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Just one of those things, man. Okay, and then we continue on. Yes, I watched The Santa Claus last night. Started my my Christmas movie watch right now, and I started off with Santa Claus, and I watched the first episode of the Santa Claus series, and it was a little difficult. I'll probably try to give it a shot again. And then, of course, we have stupid rumors that go all over the place. Apparently, somebody's passing around a rumor that James Mangold might be directing Wonder Woman 3, might be brought on to direct Wonder Woman 3, which, well, now with recent things that have been happening, I mean, this is just ridiculous. And I'm sorry, but it's very easy to debunk these kind of rumors when it comes to, obviously in the climate of 2022, do you really think they're going to bring in a dude to direct Wonder Woman 3? No! Stop it! Please, stop! It's not going to happen. I know. These people, I don't know why, they actually would think that this would actually pass. I don't think James Mangold, don't get me wrong, love his movies. Great filmmaker. I like his movies. But they ain't going to bring in a dude to direct Wonder Woman 3. The backlash they would get for that and the backlash he would receive, of course, that's not going to happen. So easy to debunk BS like that. This is how we're all thinking right now, right? This is how we look. Yes, that's right. we're all sitting in our chairs just thinking, like, what the hell is happening right now, right? My God. Terrible. And we got some posters and trailers that came out today. Adam Driver 65. This looks really awesome. I am looking forward to this. That movie looks cool. And then you got Scream. Okay, I don't care about Scream anymore. I don't think I ever really did because I'm not really into stabby movies. But I do like the fact, you guys have always known my pet peeve when it comes to movie titles and when they turn a letter into a fucking number. I hate that shit. But what they did right here, they turned the M into partially a red Roman numeral. And I thought that was kind of cool. For 6. I thought that was kind of cool. So I'll give them props for that. And then we got another poster right here for Oppenheimer, which is cool. I like that. And of course, we'll talk about all that. Critics' Choice Awards, they all got the nominations got revealed. That's all fine and dandy. But yeah, this trailer right here for 65, totally digging it. Not too shabby. Location unknown. This sounds pretty good. I know some people were kind of saying like they reveal the twist in the trailer. Why would they do that? And I'm going like, well, the movie is called 65, if you think about it. And then I'm kind of thinking about like, remember the Michael Bay's The Island? It's like they revealed that in the trailer too. And you kind of gotta, it's not going to be like a final act twist. I think it's going to be a fairly first act twist, to be honest. So, but it just looks really good and I'm totally digging it. Scream, however, I don't really give a shit. I just don't give a shit. I don't. Sorry. And then speaking of John Wick and Keanu Reeves, look at that right there. That looks pretty cool. All right. Keep on going. Hey, and then speaking of Warner Brothers Discovery, they're going to take an additional $800 million in content and development write-offs. That's right. So, not only we've been hearing about all the write-off things and like getting rid of stuff, licensing it out and stuff like that. Again, when it comes to this, and I know I'm defending Warner Brothers and a lot of people are hating them right now. I get it. But at the same time, they are trying to find that money that the old regime lost. So they're doing a lot of this stuff, and I would not be surprised. In having conversations with some other people too, and maybe we'll have more discussions, of course, tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but Friday on the Vodka stream. But I would not be surprised if some of the stuff they're writing off. I mean, obviously, I don't understand the whole logistics when it comes to all this and a studio and everything, but I wouldn't be surprised if maybe some of this would actually come back. Who knows? They might actually have to come back. I mean, I'm stupid when it comes to the logistics of all this financial stuff when it comes to all that. But they're really desperately trying to find all that stuff. That's why we keep hearing stuff, canceled projects, being pulled from HBO Max. But hopefully they find home somewhere else. And it's just one of those things, man. And then, of course, they're talking about, I don't know, there's all kinds of things that are happening. But yeah, see, like this right here, Warner Brothers Discovery is moving aggressively into free streaming or fast space after removing a glut of titles from HBO Max. Just a lot of crazy things that are happening right there. And then we got this trailer right here. If you want your freaking guts to be pulled out, I mean, my God. We got the whale right here. And, that's something to, this last part right here, that part right there just... Oh, my God. Brendan Fraser's going to win it all, guys. Brendan Fraser's going to win it all, folks. And then, hey, speaking of the DC universe, it's been confirmed by DC at least that Christopher Reeve's Superman and Michael Keaton's Batman are set in the same universe, Earth 789. That's correct. So... God knows what Saffron and Gunn are conjuring up when it comes to the DC Bible and everything like that. But according to some people in know, like DC Comics, apparently these two were actually in the same universe right here. That's right. This is for a new DC Comics one-shot. Of course, we had the Dark Crisis Big Bang, revealed that Michael Keaton's Batman and Christopher Reeve's Superman take place in the same universe. In a one-shot comic, Barry Allen, aka The Flash, has taken notes in various Earths across the multiverse, including a mention of the pair of super-powered blockbusters. Bring them together, Superman, yeah, all that together. So, hey. And then, yeah. So if you guys were wondering about that, hey, at least they were once in the same universe. So it kind of makes you wonder, again, like how much is there going to be some reference to that when it comes to The Flash? But do people even care about The Flash anymore? Who knows? Todd Phillips, if you're wondering when we're going to see Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn in Joker 2, the first look, he said, sorry to say that Lady Gaga doesn't start with us until next year, so it'll take a bit of time. So obviously we saw the first shot of Joaquin Phoenix in Joker, Folie à Deux, or 2, whatever you want to say. We saw that first shot. We don't expect to see Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn anytime soon, at least not anytime this month. Probably won't be till well into next year, but I'm sure once that happens, that is going to blow up the internet. But I'm glad that Todd Phillips clarified that, put that out there, and said like, hey, yes, I know you guys are desperate to see Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn, but you're not going to see it. So you're going to have to deal with like fan art like this, which, you know, a lot of good fan art out there. It's going to be interesting to see what she actually looks like in the movie. Okay, so there we go. All right, that's it when it comes to that. All right, we got through the tweets. I know, guys. Thank you for being patient. You know, got to still run through the show right here, but it's absolutely insane what's going on right now. But hey, what can you do? But yes, guys, hearts are broken. It's all crazy right here. So we're all just kind of wondering, you know, when it comes to all this stuff and with the madness that's been happening when it comes to the DCU. I mean, it's crazy. Ever since Gunn has taken the reins of CEO or whatever you want to call it, co-chair, whatever the hell you want, the coach. I don't know what they freaking refer to all this, but it's been pretty crazy. It's been everybody's been wondering like what exactly is going to be happening. Obviously, we've been talking so much about, hey, you got to get Superman's house in order, and we were all ecstatic that, hey, look at that, Superman is back. He shows up Black Adam. This is great. This is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Sweet. But then, of course, now, you know, the first thing we're going to look at is, God damn it, we're going to look at Henry Cavill's post on Instagram. That's right. We're going to have to look at that. And yes, it sucks. It definitely sucks. But here it is right here. Here's Henry Cavill right here. He said, I have just had a meeting with James Gunn and Peter Safran, and it's sad news, everyone. I will, after all, not be returning as Superman. After being told by the studio to announce my return back in October prior to their hire, this news isn't the easiest. But that's life. The changing of the guard is something that happens. I respect that. James and Peter have a universe to build. I wish them and all involved with the new universe the best of luck and the happiest of fortunes. For those who have been by my side through the years, we can mourn for a bit, but then we must remember Superman is still around. Everything he stands for still exists, and the examples he sets for us are still there. My turn to wear the cape has passed, but what Superman stands for never will. That's been a fun ride with you all. It's been a fun ride I totally messed that up. It's been a fun ride with you all, onwards and upwards. So there you go. There you go right there. Anybody else feel like crying? Jesus Christ. Oh, man. God damn it, you know?
Fuck me, right?
So there you go. There's a Cavill saying it right there. Just basically saying he's not returning to the Cape. Not at all. So yeah, I mean, obviously we're going to look at James Gunn right here and what he had to say about a lot of things, but yeah, it's just kind of like, God damn, I know. I got Henry Cavill's thread sent to, or not, yeah, his Instagram sent to me, so I was just like, ouch. But you know, it's a good little send off, at least if you know, if it truly is over. But we'll go over to James Gunn right now. We'll go over to what he had to say, because obviously he had a nice long thread, answer some things and whatnot. So here we go when it comes to all this, when it comes to James Gunn. He says right here, Peter and I have a DC slate ready to go, which we couldn't be more over the moon about. We'll be able to share some exciting information about our first projects at the beginning of the new year. Among those on the slate is Superman. In the initial stages, our story will be focusing on an earlier part of Superman's life, so the character will not be played by Henry Cavill. But we just had a great meeting with Henry, and we're big fans, and we talked about a number of exciting possibilities to work together in the future. And then somebody said right here, being part of the slate, I assume it's a movie. James Gunn said, yes. And then somebody asked, are you writing, directing? I am writing and have been for a while. We don't know who is directing yet. So they don't have a director yet, but he is writing. And thank you, Mr. Ryan Platts, for the $10 super chat. I'm definitely in the minority, but I don't want connected stuff anymore. I just want solo movies like Batman and Joker. So whatever is going on now, I don't care. Just my opinion. Yeah, perfectly fine right there. Okay, so James Gunn also said right here that he's writing, of course. He said, please tell me this isn't an origin movie. He says, no way. So it's not an origin movie. And then he also said right here, met with Ben yesterday precisely because he wants to direct and we want him to direct. We just have to find the right project. What? That's right. Apparently Ben Affleck wants to direct something. That is interesting right here. What? He's going to direct something in this new DCU? I don't know. Interesting. And then, of course, Deadline was soon to follow with their article right here. New Superman pick in the works with James Gunn penning, Henry Cavill not to star, Ben Affleck in talks to helm a future DC pick. I'm kind of curious, like, is Ben Affleck really going to be doing that? I don't know. Is Ben Affleck really going to be doing that? Who knows? Okay, so obviously this was like, just ripping people's guts out. I see you guys in the chat. I know you guys were all disappointed. Most of us are disappointed that this is the case. We got all excited that Henry is back, and it was just so back and forth. All the information that was coming, even the information I was receiving, and all this everything. I also hate the arrogance, too. There's people that just get arrogant when they say, like, oh, my God, when they were... It's like, okay, now, obviously it could have went two ways. I mean, it sounds like all this is going to just end up being like an actual reboot, I guess. Who knows? But then at the same time, I'm like, I'm just trying to get in the head. I'm trying to get into the mindset of Gunn right now. I'm trying to see like, okay, obviously it's like, all right, are they going to do... They're not going to do an origin story. It's not going to be an origin story of Superman, which kind of makes me go like, well, then just use fucking Cavill. But I don't know. I guess they're just thinking about like, okay, well, we're going to do something. It's just kind of interesting because one of the things I was thinking about when it came to all this was the fact that the teasing of Kingdom Come. What if, and I'm just saying, I'm just spitballing here. I'm not saying it's actually going to happen, but what if... At least when it comes to, I mean, if they're going to try to do like a multiverse thing, it's like, yeah, you can have this new universe and you can have this new Superman and new Batman and new everything, whatever the hell you want right there. But what if they decided to do a Kingdom Come kind of thing when it came to the Snyderverse? I don't know. That's just me kind of going like, well, what if? What if? And maybe they'll bring in, and then everybody who's still around, well, you just have one last little round of these characters played by these actors. I don't know. Again, I'm trying to get into the mindset because, again, that would be different from anything that Marvel is doing if you were to have, just a random big, huge movie, not a big, huge movie, but a random movie that was based upon this with older heroes and everything, and then you could kind of send it off like that. I don't know. We'll see. But Ryan, thank you for the $5 super chat. Also, imagine recasting Superman when Henry is literally Superman. They're going to have a hell of a time when they cast the new guy. Yeah, I know. I feel sorry for the new guy, but the fact of the matter is like, he's gonna have a lot of things, a lot of backlash, I guess you could say, Again, thank you for the $5 super chat. Ryan, he says, wonder if James offered Henry the logo treatment that Jason Momoa got since they talked to Henry about future project. I don't know. It's just all very strange. It's all very strange because all this is now, and then of course we're going to go over, the other things that are, that were happening today with like Patty Jenkins and all that stuff. It's all just kind of like, all right, it just seems like to me, it's like, all right, they are definitely creating a new universe. And I'm just kind of wondering like, all right, so what happens when it comes to the older universe? It's like, do they do a transition thing? Is there going to be a transition thing? That's why I'm kind of thinking like, when he was teasing the Kingdom Come thing, it's like, all right, well, maybe we could have this movie right here that has everybody who was cast in the Snyderverse, and we have a send-off with it, a Kingdom Come type style movie? I don't know. Like, again, I'm trying to think of like how they could differ from Marvel. I mean, obviously we have somebody who came from Marvel, saw how that sausage was made over there, and it's like, all right, take some of those ideas, but also you want to do something different over here. I don't know. See, I'm just kind of like just trying to think exactly what is happening with that. So it's all just crazy. It's all just crazy, but this was definitely a gut punch today, reading Cavill's send-off message saying that he's not returning, and reading well, at first I read James Gunn's tweet first, and it was just like, oh boy, I always said that they were hovering like that red button. They were always hovering right, their hand right above that red button. So but I mean, I think that's something that I was thinking of. I mean, I don't know if that's in the cards, but I was just thinking like, well, maybe they were thinking of, hey, we can retire this old universe in a Kingdom Come style movie. I don't know. And then it would be pretty sweet if like, hey, Zach, you want to come over and direct it or at least produce it? That would be pretty sweet. Can you imagine that? Him coming back for like one last like send off, and they could do like a whole different thing. I don't know. Again, though, there's been no mention about Zach and James even talking or anything like that. But that's just probably wishful thinking, because I would like a send-off. If this is truly the end of the Snyderverse era, then I'm like, okay. But then at the same time, it's like, all right, you still have movies that are coming out next year. So this is what's interesting. This is why I'm like going, all right, you're going to release this information right now when there's like a possibility. I mean, well, obviously Henry Cavill shot a cameo for The Flash. That's completely removed now. So now it's up in the air. So Flash unlocked, not happening now. That, I mean, obviously there's going to be changes that's going to be happening to the Flash. So what's going to be happening to the changes with the Flash? Are they going to be, obviously they're not going to be that drastic, because they can't keep on pumping money into that thing and they can't keep delaying it. But then again, who knows? So I'm kind of wondering what's going to be happening with the Flash now. What's going to be happening when it comes to all that? It's all just very much up in the air, but it is interesting that they talk about this and release this information before these movies that are coming out next year have come out that are supposed to be linked to this initial universe. So I'm just kind of going like, all right, there must be, I'm just hoping that it's just not going to be like, oh yeah, we're just done and that's it. I'm kind of hoping that there's some kind of transition. There's got to be a transition somewhere, right? I'm thinking that's what I'm hoping. If I'm going to give some benefit of the doubt, if I'm going to give a benefit of the doubt to James Gunn and Safran, it's like maybe there can be some kind of transition thing. And that's why I'm like thinking, well, maybe there could be a Kingdom Come style movie. Thank you, Ryan, for the $10 super chat. I don't think James understands that he's never going to please the OG cast crowd. He's trying to please everyone, I guess, by rebooting. But this is going to bring even more hate, which I don't think he gets. No, I think he understands it. I know, we always, as fans, we always think like, well, this is just the way, in modern day, we all think we're smarter than the people who are in these. I mean, just look at everything. I mean, I don't know how many times every day I see people that think they're just smarter than the smart people out here that have, and I'm just kind of going like, I'm not as smart as them. I mean, obviously I could be wrong, obviously, but I'm just kind of going like, all right, maybe there's something else. There's a whole other thing that they have in this DCU Bible that is going to help like transition to this new universe. I mean, obviously, when it comes to comic books, they do it all the time. They always are like, I mean, look at what happened from the New 52 to Rebirth. And, it's always been like that whole kind of thing. So, I mean, the hardest thing was just like, again, it was just all hard. And it was the Batman problem. And obviously that was going to be like the main topic of today was going to be the whole Batman thing, because who's your Batman? Who's your Batman in this universe? And then obviously when it came to the news that was released today from Variety, obviously for Variety again, and everybody was kind of freaking out about it. This was the article right here that kind of just shows like, okay, Robert Pattinson's Batman on deck, Aquaman 2's $205 million budget, the tricky road ahead for DC. So they were talking about all this, and they're basically saying that when it came to a Batman, they were thinking about incorporating, or they were considering, I'm not going to read through this article, but they were actually like considering the fact that they might bring in Robert Pattinson's Batman into this main universe, which of course a lot of people didn't like. And I was never a fan of that too, but I did talk about how that was always a possibility. That could be a possibility because, and even if like obviously Gunn shot it down, so did Matt Reeves. They both shot it down, which we love. We love the fact that there's at least they can go online and shoot it down. Sure, 100%. But at the same time, you can't tell me that wasn't considered at one point. You know, you better believe that it was, because again, I talked about this over a month ago, because I even heard that it was also being considered like over a month ago. And basically I titled that stream, which was back in November, about a month ago, I said the DCEU, or the DCU Batman problem. It's the fact that it's like, all right, is Ben Affleck going to come back? If he doesn't, what are you going to do? Recast him? Are you going to try to incorporate Matt Reeves' Batman? I don't know. There's all things that are just like very much up in the air. So I'm not saying that they could have laughed it off, but there's a ton of meetings that happen. It's like somebody was like, hey, well, we got that one guy. People seem to like that movie. Can we incorporate there? But, you know, it was just kind of funny too, seeing that today and going back and forth with people. I'm just like, whoa. You never know what could happen. You just never know what could happen. I mean, obviously, it's not going to happen. I think Matt Reeves is very much going to keep his universe where it is, but you never know what could happen when it comes to all this. It's all crazy. And then, you know, I even said in that stream, I'm like, it would be interesting to incorporate, how would you incorporate Pattinson into this universe? And it would be like, well, you'd have to change him up a bit, you know, you'd have to make him more, you know, Bruce, but then at the same time, it'd be such a fish out of the water. Maybe that'd be good. That'd probably not work. I don't know. I still want him to be in his own universe and Matt Reeves build all that, but you just never know what could happen. You just really don't know what could happen. But I think that's obviously they shot that down, but you can't tell me that one of these days, like a phone call or a Zoom call or something like that, that somebody didn't put that on the table, because they're considering that. They're probably considering all different options. So thank you, Ryan, again for the super chat, $5. Last thing, I doubt he'll recast or reboot that Peacemaker or Suicide Squad, since they're his. Just everything that isn't his, he's gonna throw away. All right, so I mean, I get that. You know, I mean, who knows what's going to be happening with that. But I think like when it comes to all that, I mean, who knows when it comes to all that. I mean, you're probably right. You're probably right about that. I would not be surprised, but yeah, I mean, again, we're going to see what's going to happen. I mean, like, again, are they going to keep anyone when it comes to all this? I mean, when it comes to like James Gunn saying that they're going to tackle Superman's earlier years. And I'm just kind of going like, well, Man of Steel was technically his early, it was like his first, go at it. So I'm like, all right, it's going to be something, I don't know. It's all just so much up in the air, and I'm just kind of going, all right, I need a little bit more. So, thank you, Ben, for the $5 super chat. People that didn't show up for Black Adam failed this universe. Ooh, Ben's throwing some shade at you guys, at some of you people. So, I don't know, but yeah, you people that didn't show up. Yeah, but anyways, okay. So, and then we got that. And then now, when it comes to Patty Jenkins, holy crap. Well, first off, MSGT, thank you. Patience, frustrated patience. I'm running out of enthusiasm. I think a lot of us are, but, I guess we'll see. We just, it's just one of those things where we're just like, who knows, man. But now we got Patty Jenkins. Okay, so Patty Jenkins, her statement was released last night, and now in lieu of the other things that came out, or whatever the phrase you want to use, after everything that's come out, now you kind of look at Patty Jenkins and you kind of go like, oh crap, maybe this was an absolute send-off when it came to all this. But obviously her statement, you guys saw it yesterday, and she wanted to clear some things up. I'm not one to talk about private career matters, but I will not allow inaccuracies to continue. Here are the facts. I originally left Rogue Squadron after a long and productive development process when it became clear it couldn't happen soon enough, and I did not want to delay Wonder Woman 3 any further. When I did, Lucasfilm asked me to consider coming back to Rogue Squadron after Wonder Woman 3, which I was honored to do, so I agreed. They made a new deal with me. In fact, I am still on it, and the project has been in active development ever since. I don't know if it will happen or not. We never do until the development process is complete, but I look forward to its potential ahead. So apparently she still has Rogue Squadron. That's what was interesting about all this. I don't know. Apparently they offered her a new deal, which is great. Hopefully they stick with it. And then she's talked right here, when there started being backlash about Wonder Woman 3 not happening, the attractive clickbait false story that it was me that killed it or walked away started to spread. This is simply not true. I never walked away. I was open to considering anything asked of me. It was my understanding there was nothing I could do to move anything forward at the time. DC is obviously buried in changes they are having to make, so I understand these decisions are difficult right now. No shit. Kind of makes you wonder. I do not want, and then of course she wants to, talking about the journey and not go off on a negative note. She talks about Linda Carter, absolute legend, beacon of goodness, and then Gal Gadot, where do I begin? Gal is the greatest gift I've received in the whole journey, a cherished friend, inspiration, and sister. There are no words I can use to convey how magical she is. She is the walking embodiment of Wonder Woman in real life and a better person than the world can imagine. Never once in the millions of moments I have spent with her did I think anything less. Did I see anything less, I should say. She is a gift to the world and even more to me. Lastly, but most importantly, thank you to the incredible Wonder Woman fans and for all of your love and support. Wonder Woman fans are often not the most visible in the media and online, but I want you to know that we have always seen and celebrated you and your importance. You were the first and foremost in our minds. Every day we made the last two films. You were the best and most loving people, and I look forward to always celebrating you. Thank you all for the wonderful journey. Keep up the Wonder Woman spirit. Any day that you face struggles, try asking, what would Wonder Woman do? I hope her beacon of love, truth, and justice is always there to lead the way for you, as she has done for me. So I don't know about you, but that sounds like she's pretty much done too. Is Gal done? Well, if Cavill's done, I don't know. Seems like that's the case. It's all just kind of like, oh, well, now it all makes sense kind of thing, right? Interesting. I don't know. It sounded like a send-off to me when she ended the statement like that, so... And now, after everything else that's come about, it sounds like, Jenkins is definitely not returning. Hopefully she does continue on developing Rogue Squadron, still has that. Now it's all up in the air. I mean, with Gal Gadot's tweet that she tweeted out last week, it was a little interesting. I don't know. Now, with everything, I think she might be done as well. I don't know. But then again, maybe they could still incorporate her if she still wants to do it. I don't know. Like I said, everything is an I don't know. I don't know. DJ, thank you for the $2 super chat. DeLuca and Abdi seem to be incompetent to do anything. I don't know about that, but hey. They've done things before, but when it comes to all this and trying to clean up this mess, yes, it is crazy. Insert Wikipedia definition of bittersweet. Thank you, Johnny, for being a 21 21 months as a basic member. So, but yeah, so Patty Jenkins kind of sending her farewell. I don't know. And now I'm kind of wondering in the next few days, are we going to hear something from Gal Gadot? Are we going to hear something from Dwayne Johnson? What's going to be happening? That's what's so crazy. That's what's so crazy. What's going to be the response to this now? And I'm kind of wondering if they were like, hey, maybe you should have waited till next year. I just don't know. I don't know. Like I said, trying to process all this right before I go live, I'm just like, Keith, can I get a whiskey? Huh? I don't know. I need something to help my brain to process all this. Oi, can I get some vodka? Man, I'm just trying to think of like, okay, so why would you want to release this? No, I don't know. Should have waited a little bit. I don't know. So now what is Dwayne Johnson? Is Dwayne Johnson going to finally react to something when it comes to James Gunn? You know, what's going on with those two? I don't know. Ugh, it's all nuts, man. It's all extremely nuts. But hey, we still got Avatar Way of the Water, guys. That's coming out this week. Who's going to see it? Who's got your tickets? Okay? Can we at least have that? We have this big, huge blockbuster movie that you can see in IMAX 3D that's going to blow your balls off. Maybe we can have that. We can still have that, right? I mean, you know, to take away from the drama of DC and Warner Brothers right now, we can go like, hey, we still got this, at least, right? I got my tickets. I'm seeing it tomorrow. And, you know, I'm not going to go over like a bunch of reviews. I mean, obviously, when it comes to the Devil Fruit site, it is at 82% certified fresh, 180 reviews. A lot of people are loving it. We already talked about the reactions last week, so that's good. I mean, my God, everybody's just talking about the visuals mainly, and they're talking about how it's a great sequel. I mean, obviously, we know that James Cameron knows how to make good sequels. When it comes to Terminator, made a great sequel. Some people like it better than the first. Aliens, same thing. So we know it's going to be that. But what's also interesting too, guys, is the fact that Avatar: The Way of the Water might be open to $500 million opening weekend. We talked about China. Remember, it's going to be opened up big in China. Why, you know, we're still releasing movies in China. What's going on? I can't believe it. But yes, it's supposedly going to be opening up to almost $500 million. Right here, according to Deadline, the film has a projected opening number of $525 million with an estimated $170 million domestic. So there you go. Altogether, going to be possibly opening up to $1 billion or $500 million. Now, do I think it's going to make $2 billion? It might. Depends. It really just depends. I don't know if it's going to do that or not, but I don't think it will. But you just never know. You never know. Word of mouth. It's going to be an experience. Not everybody's like going to love it, but I just don't see it making, you know, at least $2 billion. But at least, you know, it might be opening to at least $500 million opening weekend. So obviously look forward to my first reaction review that I will be doing after I see it. And I'm going to be seeing it tomorrow at 3 o'clock. So I'll be seeing it earlier than usual. So expect it around 7 o'clock, you know, whatever my time. So, yeah. Anyway, so looking forward to it. Looking forward to the experience. That's what it's all about. So, hey, at least there's that. If you want to go see Avatar this weekend to, you know, help with the crazy DCU news, there you go. What's going on, guys? What's going on, movie Watchmen? Yeah, I tell you what. You know what I was thinking too, though, is like, I mean, obviously the old regime really fucked things up when it came to, of course, Warner Brothers and all that stuff. Again, if they just would have let Zack Snyder do his thing, and then and what he was creating, just let it go, let it do its thing, and we would have already been like done with all that, and God knows what they could have done right now. And then they could have just reboot everything. And then, of course, we have Dwayne Johnson also, who is like, you know, I mean, it's funny because I've seen fans support Dwayne Johnson and be like all about like what he was actually trying to do when it came to getting Henry back, and a lot of us praised him for that. A lot of people didn't too. A lot of people thought it was like ridiculous because there were certain things right there that people didn't like, and obviously that hurt it too. And then it was just kind of weird that Dwayne Johnson and James Gunn weren't really, there was no mention. Like James Gunn never mentioned Black Adam. Dwayne Johnson never mentioned James Gunn. It's all very interesting because you kind of wonder, like, obviously with everything that was happening, maybe he just knew that he didn't have a place, and Black Adam didn't do that well at the box office. Obviously, it's as the days go by, it's like, oh yeah, there's definitely not going to be anything more when it comes to Black Adam. Maybe there'll be like a different Black Adam in the future, who knows? But it's definitely not going to be Dwayne Johnson. So his little passion project didn't quite pan out. But then at the same time, it's like, I just feel sorry for Henry, because obviously, like, it's like, oh yeah, we got you back, we're ready to get you back, but it's like at the same time, Black Adam fit right here in between this little transitional period, and now it's like, shit, you brought him back, and now it's like, oh man, and then he just gave up The Witcher, and we all were excited because we thought, because he's gonna play Superman for the next 10 years, and it's like, god damn. I tell you what, I'm still shook. Yeah, I know, right? Right, Steph? I'm shook too. We're all shook. At least I got I got this shirt today. I got my new Snyder Snyder cut shirt. Hopefully you guys got yours. It's the one that they re-released that we totally forgot that they released in the first place. But yeah, I got this today, so perfect timing for it, I guess you could say. I like it. So I don't know if they're still on whatchamacallit, so, but it's a cool shirt. Yeah, I know. I'm actually wondering what is. I mean, Zach has been asked about this. He's been asked about, all the stuff, and he says he basically just gave them their blessing. I can't imagine Zach, like, publicly at least, saying that, hey, yeah, he's gonna say obviously nice things. So, there is that. I'm thoroughly disgusted. F you, James. I'm sure James Gunn is getting a lot of hate thrown at him on Twitter. He's probably like, oh fuck. But that's why I just don't get why release the news now. It's just so weird. It's just so interesting. That's what I don't understand. Is why do it right now? Rebel Moon coming soon. We still got that. James Gunn my ass. Stephanie, I thought you said. Yeah, I told him that on Twitter too. Well, okay. I'm not sure if he's reading like that. The Deadline article, yeah. Was there a new Deadline article? Or just that one Deadline article just talking about it? It's just going to be interesting. Ben Affleck helming a future DC pick. That would be interesting. That would be very interesting if Ben Affleck actually directs a DC project. I mean, he's got his own studio to run right now, so that's pretty interesting. How much Marvel paid James Gunn to do that? Again, I don't think it's that. I mean, I really don't think it's that. I know there's always that conspiracy that, oh yeah, he's a spy, but you got to remember that they fired him. Those guys fired him at one point, He did get let go from all that. But it's just kind of funny. What a comeback story, right? Insane. James Dumb. Wait, Henry not returning? Yep, Henry's not returning. I didn't really say questions when it came to all this stuff. I really didn't, but hey. Let's see what you guys have to say, if there's anything that you guys said right here. I'm not going to do a members-only stream either because it's already late, and I got to get up extra early tomorrow because I got to get as much daytime work done, and I got to make the movie, and I need to do some Christmas shopping beforehand, so we're not going to do a members-only stream. Not this week. Apologize. So, but definitely, we'll do it next week. Let's see. Eric, he said, okay, Dave, I'll point out point to Gunn holding the door open for Henry for the future. After I'm Not Batman, Batfleck returned. Keaton's also got a send-off. Toby and Andrew, nothing's impossible. Till then, if there's no proper send-off for Henry or Amy, I'm out. I wish the DCU well. Again, I mean, if everybody's gonna, anybody who says that, who says like, all right, I'm out, then by all means, stay out. But if you're gonna constantly talk about it and shit on it, that doesn't mean you're out. DJ, yeah. Sujihara, Emmerich, Sarnoff, Johns, Hamada, Saffron, all right? Yeah, they get the poster. Yeah, like I said, the only thing that I see that could be a possibility of Cavill coming back would be the fact that if they do some kind of Kingdom Come kind of send-off and kind of just, you know what? That would be smart. That would be pretty awesome if they were to do that. If they were to do something where they could send off this portion of the universe like in a Kingdom Come sense, I don't know. Obviously, they're not going to do a full-on, I don't know. It's all crazy. It's all pretty crazy. Marcelo, does James Gunn really think people want to see the 1,000th new version of Superman in a story that is currently being shown on Superman and Lois? And by the way, Henry Cavill was an asset in his favor and not something to be discarded. James is counting on non-existent audience. Yeah, it's going to be interesting, and I feel sorry for the guy who's going to be cast. Not in the mood to support any upcoming DC project. Maybe an older Cavill and Kingdom Come project. That's what I said. For now, I'm very disappointed in DC. Henry Cavill, go be James Bond. Go join the MCU. Make Sherlock trilogy. Yeah, basically other options. Sad to hear about Cavill, but also very frustrated. DC came back to the top after Snyder Cut released. And instead of taking advantage of it, Gunn and Saffron are wasting all away. Nonsense. My cat makes better decisions when pooping. Done with DC. Just wanted to say thank you, Henry Cavill, for being the best Superman, and Zack Snyder for making the best Superman movie. This news is heartbreaking. I will cherish and remember your work till the day I die. Superman will always be my favorite character, and I support James Gunn to tell a new story. So, hey, there's a little positivity right there. Mr. Nobody said, hey, Dave, since DC is all over the place, why not use the Flash film as a soft reboot so we can keep what we all like, i.e. Henry Cavill? They can even keep Pattinson's Batman and Earth 2. The Flash can pop in and take him on world-ending missions and bring him back. Thoughts? I mean, I'm sure they're going to be tapping into that multiverse of madness. I've had to sit by and watch all my favorite franchises be destroyed by clueless studios: Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who, Terminator, Aliens, Transformers. I can't take it anymore. I'm done investing my energy into these things. So yeah, there you go. A lot of people, very emotional. The emotions are high right now, and I get it. It's all just like, again, yeah. Because I really thought they would build around Henry Cavill. I really did. I really thought that they would, he's got the star power. They man, the only thing we can hope for is maybe like a Kingdom Come kind of thing. But I just don't know if that's in the cards right now. I think it sounds to me like they hit that reboot button. But I don't understand the logic of releasing that news now when you have 4 movies coming out next year. That's what I don't understand. I know Scott was saying that too. Yeah. But I don't know. It's just weird. It's just all weird. I'm still in awe. I'm still in shock. Obviously, this is going to be what we're going to be talking about in the Vodka stream on Friday. I'll probably have more to say because I'll be thinking about it more. And I'm sure, the boys will, have their 2 cents they want to put in when it comes to this whole craziness, when it comes to this. But I mean, for the most part, though, I mean, I have that curiosity of what they plan on when it comes to all this, and I will critique and judge it accordingly. It's a hard reboot. All right, let's see what you got. That's it. You got some shit. If you're going to try to do something that's not a replica of what's happening over there in the Marvel factory, fine. Let's see it. Cool. I'm down for it. But as of right now, it's not looking good. it's like, just kind of, oy, getting an ulcer. That's right. Jesus. I don't know. Dave, we all know it will be MCU replica. It shouldn't be, though. Because you got to reinvent that, because not even the MCU is struggling too, though. That's the thing. That's also struggling. If you think about it, it's been kind of struggling as well. Phase 4 hasn't been strong when it comes to it. So that's what I'm just kind of going, man. I'm like, what can you got to do something that's different. You got to freshen up this genre right here. Okay? So one of the things that they have going from is like, all right, if you're going to have 2 different Batmen in 2 different universes, all right, play on that. Nothing wrong with that. But yeah, you can't just do, obviously, this. I don't think like every movie is going to be like one single tone. Obviously, I hate it when people keep on talking about that, but it's like, no, you got, when it came to Gunn producing, what was that, Brightburn, that was something like, oh yeah, that was like a take on the Superman mythos slightly, like what if Superman as a kid was a piece of shit and just angry. Yeah, but yeah, he is writing the new Superman, so I guess we'll see. I just wonder, like, okay, are you going to use elements of what previously existed or what? I don't know. But kudos to the new guy who's going to be cast as Superman, and that guy's going to get a lot of like, well, let's face it, every actor that gets cast in one of these roles are going to always be like, there's always going to be the not my Superman people. So, anyways, let's see. Okay, did I miss something? All right. Eric, thank you for the $5 super chat. Dave, I'm with you. A good send off to the DCU I followed, Kingdom Come or whatever, and I'll be fine with a reboot. That's what I ask. Okay, yeah. I mean, like I said, if they could do some kind of send-off, that would be pretty insane. So, that'd be pretty insane. So, I don't know. All right, I got you. Don't worry. And good night, Steph, also. All right, I think that's pretty much it. I don't know anything more to say. There really isn't. Hey, I posted a super chat too. Didn't read it. Sorry, guys. I was going off on a little spiel right here. What else? Okay, hold on. I don't think I saw it. Well, I didn't see it, and I can't go back any further. Sorry. Jumbled Beats. Did you send something? All right. I'm sorry. I didn't see it. Sorry, I was going off my own little spiel. Okay, I was about to say. Okay, so you probably didn't, you asshole. Anyways, but like I say, I try to catch all the super chats, but sometimes when I'm off on a little tangent, it's just what happens. But anyways, guys, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Keep your heads up. We'll see what happens, but obviously no show tomorrow. Look forward to my Avatar: The Way of the Water first reaction review. I'll be posting that tomorrow. Look forward to that, and then of course the Vodka stream on Friday. We'll be talking more about this. We'll get everybody's take on all this. We'll have a nice little panel talking about this craziness and everything. But make sure you guys hit that like, thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, do all that, and we'll be okay. We'll be okay, guys. We'll see what happens. But it's still a lot to take in. I know. If I can get Henry Cavill on the Vodka stream, that'd be sweet. I wonder what Henry's choice of drink would be if he were to show up. I'll try to get in contact with his people, see what happens. Wouldn't that be sweet? Maybe I'll try. It's odds are it wouldn't happen, but that would be pretty awesome if I could do that. But anyways, guys, love you guys, and keep your heads up. Don't worry. It's all right. We have 9.5 hours of Snyderverse, at least, that you can watch right now. So, okay, guys, love you. Talk to you later.